It's been a while since we were last here, but we arrived back at an exciting moment. We find ourselves on the verge of our first cup final of the save, and we have just about got a little bit better in the league as well. We find ourselves in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. It was a competition I was saying I wasn't too bothered if we got knocked out of, but we've had a good run. Beat Manchester United to get to this stage, and it's finally poised at the moment. We're currently level with Coventry 1-1. We also drew our FA Cup third round fixture in the first leg, so we had a replay. This means the second leg has been rearranged, so that will be coming up next episode. But we're on the verge of the first cup final of the save, and it's very, very nice to be in that position. And yeah, like we say, it's been a lot of football since the last episode. I'm not going to go through all of the results, but it hasn't gone all of our own way. Losses to Spurs, Bournemouth and Arsenal, coupled with a draw at Bournemouth, has seen us drop a few points, but we do find ourselves 9th in the Premier League and verging on the European places once again. But I think that's been largely due to the fact we haven't had much interruption from the European football. Our last game in that was 4-0 against Slovenian minnows Mura, and we find ourselves in 14th place in that competition. Win in either of the games today would definitely see us through, but ideally we want to win both. Our first opponents are Real Palace, and they are currently 2 points above us, so we can definitely go above them and hope we can finish off strongly. Lazio are the other opponents, but sandwiched in between them we have yet another game against Manchester United in the FA Cup 4th round. Again, didn't anticipate going far in the Carabao Cup. Probably am anticipating Manchester United beating us in this one, but we've managed to get through. Jordan Ross scored a 97th minute winner in that replay to see us through. So we'll be covering all 3 of these matches today. We have come back in January as well, which means it is the transfer window. There's been no ins at the moment, but we have let PJ Kane go. He's joined Bournemouth, £25 million, rising to 30. But a player who this season was struggling to get into the team, Whittle's been in better form. Matashit has returned and has found a little bit of form as well. We've got Steenvood and Milinkovic who can play there, Chobmanatam coming through. So we needed to raise some funds. We are still trying to get Nunzianti out the door after he submitted a transfer request, but the finances of the club aren't looking too great, if we're being honest. We've only got 3 million in the bank. Although we do have 24 million in the transfer budget, I don't anticipate spending too much on that. Obviously, if Nunzianti goes, we need a new keeper. Wouldn't be against getting rid of Jordan Ross as well, and hopefully that would allow us to trigger the 43 million release clause in Sebastian Hanna's contract, because he has been a really good player for us. Goals have dried up a little bit, but 7.12 average rating. He's had a great impact on the first team since his arrival. So it's still potentially business to be done, but really don't anticipate too much happening between now and the end of the transfer window, if I'm being honest. Well, that is all the significant admin done, and we do find ourselves coming up against Real Palace. I'm pretty sure this is Real Betis, actually. But we're going out with what is the first team. Jimenez in goal, Silva Santos, Chiriac, Engelin and Lescott at the back. Jones is fitting into that ball-win midfielder role today with Patino, Whittle, Milinkovic, Amaral and Hanna up top. With PJ Kane leaving, Paul Fouda has found a place in our European squad, so he features on the bench today. And we can actually add 3 more players to this bench, so Ross, Alvarez and Chobmanatam are coming along. Nunzianti has been getting a little bit of football for us, trying to just raise a little bit of interest, but as of yet no one wants to sign him permanently, so it looks like he may be sticking around. Hadeland, we have accepted a bid of 4.8 million for him, so maybe a little bit more money coming in. Very much been a squad player for us this season, but not sure if we are actually going to complete that deal, simply because he does satisfy the homegrown club for the European squad, which we do need this season. But with only Daniel Byrne missing out at the moment, it's not too significant, so probably will see him go. But I'm questioning keeping him around. So we've got a home leg now though in the Europa League. It's a game that we really need to get a win in if we do want to see ourselves through. It would give us hopefully a little bit less nerves going into the next match and allow us to express ourselves a little bit more if we do get the win and qualify today. So that's definitely the aim, but like we say, 2 good results could see us into those top 8 places and allow us to skip the extra round of fixtures which we would have to play by finishing below that. See, this is a competition which we have been very inconsistent in up to now, but we still find ourselves in a good position. The Austrian team, which we lost against as well, Klagenfurt, they find themselves in those top 8 positions, so I don't think it was as a bad a result as I first thought it was. They seem to be on a really good run of form and are looking to be one of the teams that could progress. So, a bit of a better outlook on proceedings based off all that fact. In this game, Real Betis look to have gone ahead, but the VAR review is ongoing. It hasn't been our friend recently, and yet again it is proven to be our enemy. We see them with the throw-in on the right hand side. They get the ball into the box. Not sure who that is trying to pick up the man. It's Jones. Don't know where either of the central defenders were, but Jones himself is capable of playing in that position. Should really be at least trying to challenge and win the header. Jimenez came out as well, found himself in no man's land, so we had lots of opportunities to avoid that goal going in, and yet again find ourselves with work to do to get back into the match. It's something that we've had to do on a regular basis though, so it is something that we know we can do. Clean sheets this season have been quite a rarity for us as well. Jimenez hasn't adapted all that greatly to English football as of yet. Has had a few appearances where he has been really good, but in a large part has been quite disappointing. Hopefully with time he will get better. He does look like he could be a quality keeper, but definitely some question marks. And with Nunziante looking to leave, bringing in a better quality backup as well just to compete maybe might spur him on a little bit as well. We are putting Real Betis under a little bit of pressure now, but nothing significant. We're coming up to half time. This was when we got the goal in our last European game against Groningen, and it allowed us to go out for the second half with that little bit more confidence. So we're going to hope it's a similar story here. Silva Santos on the right hand side bursting forward. He scored a couple of vital goals for us recently. This time he's getting the ball into the box where Hannah's head meets it, but the ball meets the post and not the back of the net. The score now picking it up on the left hand side. Opportunity to cross it in. Hannah again wins the header, but the keeper with the save this time. It's looking like it may be one of those days for us. Milinkovic now floating the ball to the back post. Chiriak wins his header, but he can't find the back of the net, and we're going to go into half time 1-0 down in this game. Have been putting the pressure on. We are just disappointed with the players. We're not angry. They've reacted very well to that, and we are going to bring on Steenvoorden in place of Whittle for the second half, and I think as well we're going to swap him and Milinkovic around. Steenvoorden is a slightly better attacking midfielder. We'll put ourselves onto a positive mentality as well, just to see if we can see ourselves back into this match. Silva Santos with the throw on the right hand side. 3 minutes played in this second half so far. Patino now getting the ball to Hannah. He finds the score on the left hand side. He tries to find Steenvoorden. It's a poor ball which allows Real Betis to pick it up, but the score's on hand to win it back and recover from his earlier poor ball. He gets it back again. He's looking to drive forward now, finds Hannah, and now it's Steenvoorden. He's through on goal. He takes a shot from the outside of the area. It was heading into the top corner, but realistically probably an easier save than what he could have done if he'd driven forward a little bit more. Patino getting it to the back post. Hannah wins yet another header, and the keeper is equal to it yet again. We have really been on top in this match. The goal from Betis was the only opportunity really that they've had, but yeah, like we say, it could be one of those days for us. Unfortunately, it's turned out to be that way at the moment. Milinkovic turning into trouble in midfield. Lewis Miley, I believe that is, picks up the ball. He gets it to Castro on the left hand side. his ball into the box. Should have really been claimed by Jimenez, but he completely flapped at it. Oh my word, what have we just seen from him? It's a truly awful bit of goalkeeping. This guy's confidence is just shattered, it seems. What was that? Oh my word, we don't even have a keeper on the bench. This... Oh God. In an attempt to get back into the game, we switched up the formation a little bit. Sintas has come on for Jones. He goes into a shadow striker position. He's been a man very much in form recently as well, so hopefully he can continue that. Behind him, Matashik has come on in place of Patino, another one who can provide that little bit of quality and a little bit of a killer ball for us. So we're going to hope that these two players can make a little bit of a change for us. We do still have one more change to go as well if we need it. Milinkovic is tiring, so we could have options. Very tempted to bring on Lee Dilly for him, if I'm being honest, and trying to chop and change the team around to fit him in. Sintas now with the ball, can't get forward, but Milinkovic now has the ball in the box. His shot gets away and finds the bottom corner. We've got a glimmer of hope to get back into the match now. We're going to offer a shout of encouragement, but it gives us a route back into the game. There's still 20 minutes left, probably a little bit more, including the rest of stoppage time. We were quite fortunate that the ball fell to Milinkovic, but when it did, he made sure that he found the back of the net. Was considering taking him off as well due to the tired legs that he does have, and although he has just scored a great goal, that is exactly what we're going to do. Lee Dilly is coming on for him. Steenvouden is dropping back. Foy is dropping back, and Dilly is going to play in that pressing forward role. And we're going to hope that he can get a rare goal. It's been another season where the goals have dried up for him, but every now and again he comes in and gets us an important one. We haven't quite worked our way back into the match, haven't had any opportunities. We've just demanded more for these last few moments now. Matashita gets it to Steenvouden. We've got a very, very attacking line-up out now, and yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see Betis come through. Jimenez makes himself big for once and pulls off a really good save for us. That boosts his rating a little bit, thankfully. And we get the ball out now. It's going to fall to Foy. Can he drop? Oh, we had the opportunity for a great counter-attack, which was just wasted. Maybe the time for one more chance in this game. There's 2.5 minutes of stoppage time left. England gets it to Steenvouden. He finds Foy, and he plays it back to Chiriac now. We need to get the ball forward. Santos gets it to Matsushita. He's driving forward, finds Dilly, who finds Sintas, who can't find the back of the net. He shoots just wide. It would have been offside anyway. But good opportunity for us, not able to take it. And is another highlight which has started. Betis coming forward now. We're not able to put the tackle in. Foy keeping his man under pressure, but they keep the ball. Tried to get it into the box. Ortega now with the shot. Jimenez didn't need to make the save that time. It goes wide of his far post, but it's another game. Or it may have been another game. We have one last chance now. Sintas into England. England grabs us a last gasp equaliser. We saw Jimenez come up. It would have been bloody glorious if he'd been able to get in the goals, but it is England who finds the back of the net. Betis just couldn't deal with the second ball when Sintas got it back in. England just blasted it with his left foot into the back of the net and got us what is a deserved equaliser in the game. And yeah, we should have done a lot better. Definitely should have got the win based on the opportunities and the expected goals in this match. But at least we come away from the game with something and not a defeat. So we can take a little bit of pride in that. We came back from 2-0 down as well. We're going to offer the players a few more words of encouragement there, because they have done really well to get back into the game. It should have been a lot better, but we've done what we had to, and that sees us in 16th place. And I think with the other results that we have seen, we've definitely qualified for the next round now. So reasons for us to be happy. Very, very slim chance that we could get that final 8th spot, but we'd need a lot of things to go our way on the final round of fixtures in the Europa League. And of course we need to get a win as well, which has been quite troublesome for us throughout this Europa League campaign, if we're being honest. But great to say that we definitely have gone through there. Confirmation that we've secured a playoff spot at least. Definitely the super sub Sintas rescued us. He came on, created that final goal. He's really been amazing for us recently as well. In 15 appearances in the Premier League this year, 7 goals, 4 assists. In 26 appearances in all competitions, 10 goals, 6 assists. So he's a fantastic little player for us. Has been playing in this attacking midfielder role as well. So he's a very versatile option for us. Great to have him at the club. Has recently signed a new contract as well. So we've got him down for the long haul. Switching our attention to the FA Cup quickly though. Manchester United, a team who we've played very regularly throughout the save. It's getting quite irritating having to play them as much as we are. But hopefully it's another game in which we can go out and get a good result. Manchester United in recent years have had a few good results against us, but we're hoping we can get back to this nice little undefeated run that we have. The last 2 games have gone into our favour, so hopefully another one coming up now, which will. Just before we get to that, Amaral's broke his ankle. So yeah, he's probably likely to miss the rest of the season. He's going to be sent to the specialist, and that probably means that Jordan Ross has to stick about for the rest of the season at least. Probably not the worst thing in the world. Would have liked to get a bit of money for him, but yeah, he can come in and do a job for us. So Jordan Ross will be remaining at the club, and yeah, we're back for the Man U game soon. Many changes for today's game. Nunziante begins in goal. Fuda, Corrigan, Raul and Alvarez are the defence, with Hall in that ball-winning midfielder role. Matsushita, Steenruden, Sintas, Ross and Dilly make up the attacking 5 that we have going out today. Again, it's a competition which it would be nice to have a run in, but realistically, given the opportunities that we have in European football, it would cause a bit of fixture congestion for us. So not overly bold if we go out. We have rotated the team for it, but it is a team that has gone out and caused a few upsets before. Last time they went out and beat Manchester United. They're on a very good run of form at the moment though, so it's not going to be the easiest game for them. Yet again, they're playing that disgusting defensive formation which no one likes apart from the most horrible of people. But I'm sure it's going to be one which we can break down a couple of times, and with any luck we'll see ourselves through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Coming forward now, or at least we were trying to, Alvarez couldn't quite find Sintas with the ball forward. Manchester United coming forward now. Vasquez picks the ball up, he gets it out to Cruz on the left hand side. Rasmus Højlund is still playing for Manchester United after a good few years of this save, and he picks up the assist for Arnau to grab himself a goal and put Manchester United 1-0 up. It was very easy for them to dismantle our defence there. We see the ball out wide into Cruz. It was very quick play from them, one-touch football most of the time, and Arnau made no mistake to pie it past Nunziante very early on in this game. Like we say though, we wake up once the other team has scored generally, and we're going to have to do it again now. Fuda did well to head the ball away last time. He has played centre-back for us on a couple of occasions as well, so it's nice to have another good versatile defender at the club as well. But I feel his home is very much at right back. Corrigan, he's been dropped back into a defensive position. It's the first few games he's played there for us. Hasn't been overly awful, but may have just given away a penalty in this match, and Manchester United have the opportunity to go 2-0 up in the 11th minute. Nunziante needs to make himself big. Andre stepping up. Nunziante pulls off a great save. If he doesn't go, I really don't mind keeping him as backup. He has been playing a little bit more football as well, and being proven that he is quite a good goalkeeper. Like we say, Jimenez not on the best of form either, so maybe giving Nunziante a spell in the first team, it would make him want to stay. It might boost Jimenez up a little bit as well. So maybe Nunziante is carving out a little bit of a future for himself at Stockport County. Something which we will ponder. I have got a little bit more faith in him, and yeah, wouldn't mind keeping him around if we had to. Manchester United coming forward again. They've put it out to the right back, and they're just trying to work it into the box. Holland does have a shot, but Corrigan charges it down. He's lucky that his giving away of the penalty didn't result in a goal, but we do have to withstand quite a bit of pressure. Fuda with a great tackle there. Dilly now trying to chase down Holland and get it further out, but Manchester United keep in possession, but they haven't been able to forge an opportunity. We haven't forged too much in the match so far. Still a lot of time for us to do so. Trying to get the ball into the box now. Fuda on the right gets it to Steenvouden. His effort from distance forces Onana into a save, and it's the first time we've come alive in the match, and we're putting a little bit of pressure on Manchester United now. Hall with the corner, looking for Corrigan at that near post. Can't get it past the first man though. Very disappointing end to the little bit of pressure which we have been putting on them. But it seems to have woken us up a little bit. Ross now with a corner again. Can't get past the first man, but we keep possession this time. Steenvouden's effort from the edge of the area drifts over the bar. But signs of life from us, signs that we are working to get back into the game. The expected goals doesn't really show that we've created clear-cut opportunities. But it looks like we've done a little bit more than I think they're giving us credit for. Ross really does well to win his header. Dilly now with the ball finds Fuda. He gets it to Matsushita. Matsushita now looks for Alvarez on the left hand side. Can he drive forward? He has a really heavy touch and just gives it away. It's very disappointing from the young left back, and maybe wasted that opportunity for us. Manchester United looking to take advantage of it. Dorgu drives forward. He's got past everyone. Nunziante is equal to his shot though. It was very similar to where they got the first goal from. But this time he does a little bit of a better job, and he is having a great game in goal for us today. Dilly trying to chase the man down yet again. Takes several deflections on the way through and goes over for a corner. Manchester United with some late pressure in this first half. We need to hold on and hopefully only go into the half-time break 1 down. Matsushita heads it away this time, but only as far as Arnau. He, with the right-footed shot from the edge of the area, isn't really going to cause us any concern. And definitely hasn't been the greatest of first halves for us. Definitely want to see something else from the players, but signs of life just at the end of the first half there. And if we can continue carving out opportunities like that, there is an opportunity for us to get back into the match. We aren't seeing great performances from the midfielders though. Chobmanatam can come on in place of Matsushita. Whittle can come on in place of Steenvouden as well. And we'll leave it at that for now. I think Sintas has that little bit of magic in him where he could just come alive at any moment. I'm going to hope that moment comes soon. With Chobmanatam and Whittle in behind him, maybe something different to create opportunities for him as well. So it may prove to be that is the key to unlocking Sintas today. Chobmanatam can't win the ball back. Fuda can't win his header. Holland is through. And Holland with what is a fantastic finish past Nunziante, firing into the top right hand corner. Nunziante with no chance of getting to that really. And yeah, it's 2-0 to Manchester United now. And unless something drastic happens, we look like we're going to be going out of this cup. Going to switch to an attacking mentality for now. Maybe start a very attacking soon, but we need to create more opportunities. Ross and Sintas not having the greatest of games. Foy and Milinkovic can come on and hopefully give us that little bit extra. But it's looking very unlikely that we are going to be getting those goals. Haven't created anything in the second half to suggest that the story is going to be changing anytime soon. It's only Manchester United coming forward yet again. And I think with that third goal, yeah, it's probably time to call it curtains for the FA Cup again this season. Got the chance of silverware in the Carabao Cup. We can be very happy with that. Would have been nice, obviously, to progress a little bit further in this competition. But we always seem to get drawn against tough teams in the early stages. Sometimes we do manage to surpass them, as has been the case in the Carabao Cup this year. But I feel Manchester United wanted that little bit of revenge for the quarter-final victory we got, and they've chosen this as the moment. Foy gets it into Dilly. Dilly does grab us a goal, or at least we thought he did, but our good old friend VAR is going to be coming into the match. It hasn't actually disallowed this one, so we may need to not be as cruel to it, but it needs to start being our friend more often than it has been recently. This time Lee Dilly takes advantage of some poor defending to find the back of the net. Nice to see him on the score sheet as well. It's always nice to see Lee Dilly find the back of the net. It's become a bit more rare since we have been promoted. It's Manchester United going 4-1 up though, restoring that 3-goal lead. And again, it's another VAR review for offside, which we're seeing straight from a corner kick, which I really don't understand how it could be offside. So, yeah, goal stands. Manchester United 4-1 up now. It was a nice little bit of hope that we did have, but it doesn't look like it's going to come to anything. Foy, with an opportunity to grab our second goal of the game, crashes it across the crossbar, and it goes out for a throw-in. But yeah, definitely haven't deserved anything from this match really. And we bow out of the FA Cup at an early stage yet again. We are going to tell the players that we're angry at that performance. It was very poor from the defence, but not too much of a shame to get knocked out at this stage. Gives us more opportunities in the other competitions, maybe an opportunity to rest some legs from time to time as well, which is something that we haven't had this season at all. Coming up next though, we do have another huge game in the Europa League. Obviously, we have secured our progress through to the next round. Slim chances of getting through into that top 8, and that's what we're going to hope to do. It's a tough fixture against Lazio away, but sometimes we pull off great wins. This would be another one. They've got Danny Cowley as the manager as well. Definitely wouldn't have expected to see that, but there we go. Nunziante has withdrawn that transfer request. He does find himself in goal today as well. We have reverted back to the team that went out against Real Betis, albeit with a couple of changes. Obviously, Amaral did pick up that broken ankle, and Hannah has picked up a little bit of a knock as well. He's got a pulled groin. He features on the bench today simply because he's one of the only fit players we have to be able to feature. But it's Foy and Dilly leading the line today, Milinkovic in behind them, Patino, Whittle and Jones completing the midfield, with the score England, Chiriac and Silva Santos at the back. The last opportunity for us in the group stage. Obviously we have progressed through the competition, but we want to pick up a little bit of momentum and make sure that we go through with good results. So that's the aim for us today against a Lazio side, like we were saying, managed by Danny Cowley, who is a bit of a lower league journeyman in England. So bit strange to see him rocking out in Lazio, but we'll see what his team has to offer today. Another team that we could finish above if we do get the points required, and they've made it a little bit easier for us in the 8th minute. They've gone down to 10 men. It was a really, really horrible challenge from their player on Milinkovic, and maybe giving us a little bit of an advantage now. First opportunity we have to take advantage comes from a corner. Patino finding Chiriac at the back post. His header is off target though. We haven't yet found the target with any of our 6 efforts, but we are on top in the match. Obviously that goal, that man being sent off does give us the advantage, and it happened very early on. Does obviously mean the Lazio players could find themselves tiring quite early. Lee Dilly finds himself through, finds a delightful chip in his locker, but it hits the crossbar and doesn't find the back of the net. Would have been a really, really lovely finish if that had gone in. Unfortunately though for us, struck the crossbar, but well, that's what he can do if he wants. He doesn't really want to do that very much, it seems, but he does have a very good finish in his locker. This season we have been training him to place his shots rather than blasting them, so hopefully with him getting a bit more adept at that, he'll start finding a little bit more composure, finding the back of the net a little bit more often as he changes his play style, but needs to start doing it on a more regular basis, like we've said so many times in Lee Dilly's recent history. This time the score drives into the box, several deflections, found it through to Foy's head. Not sure what he did, but the ball didn't find the back of the net. We go in at 0-0. We had an expected goals of 2. We've had 15 shots, only 3 on target though, so we're wasting a lot of opportunities. We just need to start finding the back of the net. Foy not having the best game, Lee Dilly tiring, so yeah, may look to make some changes, but with the opportunities we are creating, it only takes one to find the back of the net, and you would like to think we are more than capable of doing that with the players that we've got on the pitch at the moment. There's another couple of Lazio players on bookings as well, so if we can start harrying them a little bit, maybe they'll put in some rash challenges and they can go further down. We are getting forward now though. Foy with the ball, he tries to find Lee Dilly, but it falls to Milinkovic. Again, another time where Milinkovic is lucky to find the ball at his feet, but it's a delightful finish at the end of the move. England started off by getting it into Whittle with the ball through to Foy, and we see his pass to Dilly. Maybe Dilly was taken out, the referee may have played the advantage, and Milinkovic took full advantage of it. Lovely effort into the top corner. Finally we find the back of the net. Is like the floodgates opening for us now. Patino with a corner, he's got options, closing in at the back post, looks for Milinkovic, can't quite find him. It's Lee Dilly now though, with a lovely finish from the edge of the area. We were speaking before about how he's been working on that aspect of his game and trying to place shots more than blasting them, and an example of it there, we see him nod it back to Whittle, and when Whittle just laid it off to him, it's a lovely finish into that bottom corner, and we give ourselves a nice 2-goal advantage very quickly into this second half as well. We are going to be taking Lee Dilly off now just due to the tired legs, which he is getting. Jordan Ross can come on, Foy can move into that advanced forward position as well. And we will take this opportunity as well to introduce Chobmanatam into the squad. We don't want to risk Anthony Jones getting sent off, so Chobmanatam can come on into that ball-winning midfielder role. The ball finds Silva Santos on the right-hand side. He likes to burst forward from that position. He finds the ball into the box. Owen Foy tries an overhead kick. He's another one that we've been training to attempt overhead kicks. It came up in one of the staff meetings at one point and thought, yeah, why not? Seems like a great idea. And an example of him trying one there. Very unnecessary realistically for him to be trying it in that position, but we're all for it here at Stockport. And yeah, love seeing those little opportunities like that. Making our final 3 changes now. Alvarez, Fuda and Matashita coming onto the pitch. Santos, Lescore and Patino going off. They are going to get a rest. We do have a couple of tough fixtures coming up in the Premier League. I think our next couple of games are Manchester United and Liverpool, so wanting to rest these players and make sure that we can go out and give those games our all. And it's definitely an opportunity for us to do that. We've gone 3-0 up, and we might just think about calming aspects of our play down, not using as much energy, but it's only 2-0. VAR yet again rearing its ugly head for us and disallowing a goal. Understandably so, he was quite far offside. Maybe an opportunity for us to go 3-0 up this time though. Alvarez this time with a header, and Chiriac with the volley from a very tight angle kicks the ball out for a throw-in. It looked delightful, but yeah, bit of an awful effort there. And now we still find ourselves at 2-0. Lazio looking to apply a little bit of pressure, but maybe leaving themselves with a little bit too much to do. Nunzianti gets the ball forward. Foy can't win his header. Chiriac gets it forward now. Chobmanatam, he plays a lovely ball forward to Foy. I think it's offside yet again. but we haven't seen a flag from the linesman. It's our good friend VAR coming back. And yep, VAR is a douche. Disallowed yet another goal for us. It was a beautiful ball forward from Journeyman as well. Very, very close to being onside. It's one of those that you hate to see given. It was a very, very, very close decision. And you would like to hope to bring back the old rule of giving the benefit of the doubt to the attacker. But yeah, they don't like to see goals apparently. Alvarez now with the ball on the left-hand side. Find Machishita, who plays it back to Alvarez. He has the ball now. Gets it into the back post with his right foot, but Foy can't get up above the keeper. Keeper claims the ball. Foy's been unlucky not to grab himself a goal in this match. Has played very well otherwise. Just hasn't quite found the finish as of yet. Maybe another opportunity for him to get one though. But Whittle, a little bit selfish, takes a shot from the edge of the area. And that just flies over the bar. Putting a really, really dominant display in the game though. Obviously, Matteo going down to 10 men early has helped us, but signs of what we can do when we put our minds to it. Having obviously grabbed as many goals as we could have, Foy does find the back of the net this time. We don't see any signs of VAR popping up, so this time it is going to stand. It puts us 3-0 up now and just adds to the dominance that we have shown. And great to see us finding our feet a little bit yet again. Great finish from Foy. Another one who's improved a bit this season. Goals obviously haven't come as much as we would have liked for any of our strikers, but they've all started to find a little bit more consistency this year, it seems. Great performances from all of these players. Nunziante coming back into the team, keeping a very rare clean sheet for us. Good stout defensive performances from Engelin and Chiriac as well. Great performances from all the players who went off. So a lot for us to be extremely happy about in that game, and it sees us end our Europa League tie with a very, very satisfying 3-0 win. That 3-0 win sees us finish the Europa League off in 12th, so we don't end up in those top 8 positions. We do need to go through and play against one of these other teams who finish from 9th to 24th in this league. Hopefully we'll get a nice little generous tie. We see Klagenfurt, who did beat us. They've finished level on points with us, but our better goal difference, largely due to that win against Carabao, sees us through. Galatasaray have gone out, so maybe a little bit of a upset there. Other than that, don't see too many big teams exiting the competition at this stage. So we'll see who we get in the next round. Honestly, wouldn't mind taking on Celtic. A trip to our northern neighbours would be quite nice, but we'll see when the draw is for that, and hopefully it'll give us a nice little fixture. We aren't going to be getting the draw for the Europa League until the 3rd of February though, so you'll find out who that is in the next episode. We will be concentrating on cups yet again. We'll be playing that second leg against Coventry. It's only 2 days before that Europa League game, so having got the best run in terms of fair fixtures, but hopefully we can have the squad rotation we need to be able to get through these games unscathed. But we'll come back, see this game, and depending on that result, may see the Carabao Cup final as well. All depends on the fixtures though. I don't know what's going to happen if we win that Coventry game. I don't know when the Carabao Cup final is. In fact, does it say here? So we will be playing Chelsea in that, but it's not going to tell us the date that that's being played. But through a nice little bit of research, we have found out it's going to be on the 22nd of February. So that would see it come just after the Europa League second leg fixture. So I think in the next episode, it'll probably be another triple header, depending on this first result. But we'll get through that Coventry game, hopefully get the win, see us through to the final, in which case we'll take on the second leg of the European fixtures before coming back for the Carabao Cup final as well. So fingers crossed that's going to be the episode that we are coming back to. But obviously we've got a little bit of football to play and work to do on the pitch before that becomes a reality. As always though, if you have enjoyed that, please make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. Remember to subscribe to our channel for regular Football Manager content. Thank you very, very much for watching. Bye bye.